Welcome to the Tribune Scouting Report. I'm Jennifer Fierro here at Mustang Stadium on the campus of Marble Falls High School. It's week 11 and that means the final week of the regular season. And believe it or not, the Mustangs still have a chance at the playoffs. We're going to ask Cord Woerner how, in fact, he plans to get the Mustangs into the postseason for the second straight year. And then we're going to hear from the biggest Mustang fan in the area, Martin McLean. All that and more on the Tribune Scouting Report right now.
Fall season in Texas calls for Sunday afternoons with friends, football, and of course, barbecue. At Bill Smith Butane, we take care of your fuel needs. Refill your propane bottles at one of our convenient locations and save big money on regular exchange prices. Bill Smith Butane.
We're back. We want to thank you for joining us wherever and however you're able to. We also want to welcome Cord Woerner, the head coach of the Marble Falls Mustangs. And Coach, you have some exciting, a very exciting game this week. You have a chance now at actually getting into the playoffs, but some things have to happen. Can you kind of briefly go over the what needs to happen for Marble Falls in order to move on to the next?
Well, the first thing needs to happen is we need to win the ball game. I mean, we got to step up and win the ball game, and if we win that ball game by 17 points, we should be in. And I hope based on our figuring of the district minutes and the rules, that's where we're at now. If Rouse were to beat Vista Ridge, a win would be all it would take to do that. So there's a couple of routes to go, but none of those mean anything unless we come out and win a football game. And our kids are going to do the best they can with that.
Of course, you're playing Leander Vandegrift, a team last year. I don't know if you would say they took us to the wire, but certainly we won that game by a couple of touchdowns. Really left no doubt that Marble was the better team that night.
Well, we're in the same scenario, just reversed. Last year they had to beat us by 17 to get in. It came down to that ball game last year, and our kids went over there and stepped it up and were able to hang on to the football and put it in the end zone enough to win that ball game and did themselves a favor. We got to do that again.
Of course, Leander Vandegrift features a really outstanding running back in Ron Shears. I don't even know if they've had a graduating class yet.
No.
Okay, so everybody from that team last year is back this year. Do you think this is the if not the best running team, perhaps Cedar Park High could make that claim, certainly one of the top or the second best running team in district?
Oh, they run the ball very well. I mean, they've got 11 starters back on both sides of the ball. And anytime you have that type of experience on Friday night, it's going to help. Not only is Shears a good back, Prukop, the quarterback, they like to spread it out and let him run the ball. He runs the ball very well as well. So, and then they get a lot of empty and they can throw the ball around. So they're very dangerous. They do a lot of things.
Okay. Obviously, week 11, y'all are going to be honoring your seniors and parents during this ball game, or before kickoff of this game. This 2012 senior class, can you talk about what they've meant to the program? Maybe not so much this year or in addition to this year, but also what they've meant to the program the last several years.
Well, it's funny. This is a really good group of kids. Like every group that comes through, you get attached to them. And every group is different. Every group is different in their mentality. Every group is different in how they do things. And this group, from the time they were in the 7th grade on up, there's a lot of skill guys that are off playing in other places right now. Some of them very successfully, and so they've adjusted and adapted and done the things they need to do. So. It's a really group of kids that I'm going to miss for several reasons. One, anytime you get to see them come all the way up, and then two, it's going to be tough not having, Zed in the program. That's always a hard thing to step away from as well. So, yeah, this will be a big game, important game for all of us.
How motivated then do you think this team is? I know you've seen them now for a couple of practices this week and so on. How did they take the news that they still have a shot at the postseason?
Well, I mean, We had a very good practice yesterday, and I would be speculating, but the bottom line is they understand what's at stake, and it's my desire and many others' desire that they're going to step up and deal with the seriousness of that and the opportunity of that, and find a way to get it done.
Okay. Coach, we look forward to seeing you.
Appreciate it.
Friday night, 7:30, Mustang Stadium, and we'll be right back with Martin McLean.
We are established. We are qualified. We are certified. We are knowledgeable. We are dependable. We are Ken's Heating and Air. Our people make the difference.
Thanks for staying with us. We want to welcome Judge Martin McLean, the former school board president of Marble Falls ISD, and of course, longtime Mustang fan. Judge, thanks for coming on this morning, especially on what seems to be kind of a little bit of a windy day, but we appreciate you making the sacrifice.
Glad to be here, Jennifer.
It's week 11. Fans have what they want, a game of significant proportions, just like in 2010. In 2010, when you had to go on the road to get a win, now the Mustangs are playing at home. Is that a big advantage?
Well, I hope it is. I think it is. We understand the importance of this game, of course, and we'll be ready. The defense has been just really good, and the offense, you know, we've had a few problems with the offense. We've got an injury or two and another issue or two, and we're struggling, but maybe we'll get back there in this ball game because the defense is ready.
You know, one of the things that Coach Woerner had mentioned last year when talking about the Mustangs in 2010 is that they had to be true road warriors. That he felt like they already had a sense of pride in playing at home and really protecting their home turf. Is this going to be an even bigger issue this week for this particular team?
This week, it's huge. We're at home, and it's true that you know, we've got some injuries and other issues, but you know, you have to play through these things because all teams this time of year have some injuries, and you just have to step up and live in the moment, and this is our opportunity, and I expect us to do really well.
Of course, Marble will have to do that. Haven't won at home since beating Rouse on homecoming night a month ago. What do you think the Mustangs need to do this week in order to get it done?
Feature that defense. This defense, some people, you know, have overlooked the fact that we're really, really good defensively now. The offense is stuttering a little bit because we have an injury to the running back. Our quarterback can't throw the ball anymore, and that changes the scenario around completely for the offense. But this defense is tough, and they've played really a little bit over their heads at times. I was surprised at how well they played in several ball games, and I'm counting on them Friday night to bail us out on this.
Okay. Judge, we look forward to seeing you. I know you'll be sitting in your reserve seat and over here in the purple section directly behind us, and we appreciate it.
Enjoyed it.
We'll be right back with some closing thoughts. For people who believe that defense wins championships, that theory will be severely tested when Leander Vandegrift pays a visit to Marble Falls on Friday. The Mustang defense is going to have to lead the way to victory. Not only are they going to have to force a lot of turnovers, I believe they're going to have to return some of those turnovers to pay dirt themselves because the Mustang offense has struggled mightily in scoring points, in addition to just simply moving the chains and getting first downs. Also, look for special teams to play a big factor in what happens on Friday night. For your Tribune Scouting Report, I'm Jennifer Fierro.